No, please do not cancel me. But I hated this book. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelsey, for those of you who don't know, and today we're going to be talking about my January reading wrap-up. I can't wait. This month I read a total of 5 books, and I'm very proud of myself. Let's get into the books I read this month. We're going to start with the only physical book that I read, which is The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. Now, a lot to go through with this book. I'm not going to be giving my full opinions on and thoughts, and that's because I'm going to make a separate video dedicated to that. This book is about a young woman named Esther, and she's in college when we meet her. She is exploring life, she's successful, she's so hardworking, she's driven, and then all of a sudden that all goes down the drain when she receives a rejection letter. Now suddenly she does not know what the next step in her life is for once in her life, and that drives her to a bit of insanity where she spirals. She spirals so hard that she ends up in a depressive episode. And that's really what this book is about. It's about depression, it's about societal pressures, expectations, and specifically for women in the 1960s. Now, it's important to note that since this is in my wrap-up, and you might be inclined to read it based on the description, I also feel like it is my job to note that this book is unfortunately racist. And I bring that up because it's written in the 1960s. Actually, I don't know if it was written, but it was definitely published in the 1960s. And I think it's important to note because there have been a lot of people who have said that they cannot get through this book because of the racism. Now, I did go into this book knowing that there was parts of it that were racist. And by parts of it, I mean that our main character makes racist remarks every now and then, and there is one notable scene that is very uncomfortable. I will say this book served a purpose in different ways, okay? I did go into this book wanting to learn about how it described mental health, so just be cautious when you go into this book. Check the trigger warnings, because if you are not like in a mentally good space, I do not recommend this book. I did not give that book a rating. That book will remain unrated because there were just so many things that I feel like I could talk about, and the conclusion alone is something I could talk about for hours, and I just feel like giving it any sort of rating just didn't feel right. Let's pull up the Goodreads. This is the very first book that I read this month. Makes sense, right? It's Holiday Romance by Catherine Walsh, and basically, I read this starting in December. December was a very crazy month for me, so in conclusion, I finished it in January. Let me read you a little summary. Molly and Andrew are just trying to get home to Ireland for the holidays when a freak snowstorm grounds their flight. Nothing romantic has ever happened between them. They're friends and that's all. But once a year for the last 10 years, Molly has spent 7 hours and 15 minutes sitting next to Andrew on the last flight before Christmas from Chicago to Dublin. Now I can go into more, but basically, these two take a trip to their hometown every single year, and they take the same flight. And on that flight, they take advantage of getting to know each other, catching each other up on their lives for 10 whole years. Then one day, they get stuck in a snowstorm, and, you know, feelings and stress, and bam! All of a sudden, oh my god, are we in love with each other? Oh my god, what do we do with these feelings? Oh my god, wait, what's that mean? Oh my god, wait, are you in love with me too? Oh my god, wait, are we in love? And that's basically the book, okay? I gave this book a nice little 4-star rating. Why, you might ask? It was a fluffy romance. I needed to get myself in the Christmas spirit because I wasn't, and it did just that. Now, was this book life-changing? Do I think about it? No. I didn't even remember the characters' names until right about now. But I liked it, okay? Moving on. Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing by Matthew Perry. This is a memoir. It came out in 2022, and and let's see if I can read a little summary. So it begins the riveting story of acclaimed actor Matthew Perry, taking us along his journey from childhood ambition to fame to addiction and recovery in the aftermath of a life-threatening health scare. We'll leave it at that. Basically, Matthew Perry, as you all know him probably as Chandler on Friends, he would be rolling in his grave if you heard me say that right now, because that's exactly what he didn't want to be known for. Now, I know this only through the book because he was an awesome person, but he did struggle with addiction, and that is a very big portion of his life. Being an addict, being sober, being an addict, being sober, being an addict, going to therapy, being an actor. You get to know him on a level I would have never known him otherwise, and it's an amazing story. It's heartbreaking. It's terrible. It's human. And if I thought I loved Matthew Perry before this book, I loved him even more after this book. This book was a 5-star without hesitation. The next book that I listened to was Yellowface by R.F. Kuang. I highly recommend listening to this one because it was drama, okay? Juniper Hayworth is a psycho. She's crazy. Yeah, she stole Athena, her supposed friend's manuscript, and publishes it as her own. And that is exactly what the entire book is about. And you read how she gets away with it, how she continues to get away with it, all of the controversial points in the book she puts herself in. If you're looking for something very entertaining and, you know, kind of just a different perspective on the publishing industry, give it a read, because I was hooked from the very beginning. I do think Juniper's crazy though, so I gave Yellowface a 4-star rating. Now, I will say, it's literally just because I was so entertained. I don't think this book was life-changing. I definitely do think about, does this happen for real in the publishing industry? Is it that catty? Next up on the list is People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. Ooh, please do not cancel me. But I hated this book. 2 friends, 10 trips, their last chance to fall in love. 12 years, Poppy and Alex meet. They hate each other, and they're pretty confident they're never gonna speak again. 11 years, they're forced to share a ride home from college, and by the end of it, the friendship is formed, and every year they have one vacation together. Let me take it from there. They take a vacation every year together while they're in relationships, either at the same time, one or another, or single. Doesn't matter. They go on that damn vacation. Guess what? They basically flirt with each other the entire fucking vacation. They tell each other, I will never leave you. You're my person, and I love you, and blah, blah, blah. But they're never, they never admit actual feelings for each other. I hate people like this. Do us all a favor if you have suppressed feelings for your fucking best friend, and don't date other people. I know Alex's fear is being perceived as boring, but that man is boring. I think it was a writing issue. And I say that also simultaneously while saying that I love Emily Henry. I have read her other books and I've loved them. What pissed me off more than their actual characters is the way that they acted with each other while they were in relationships. Yeah, I thought that was very disrespectful, very stupid, very much a waste of time, very much immature. Yeah, and I hated it. I really did. Those are the 5 books that I read in January. It's been a wild ride, and I'm currently in the middle of 3 books, ? So I'm already excited to see what other books I read in February. So if you liked this video, come check out my February reads at the end of next month, because I'll be talking about more books. And if you love books in general, don't forget to subscribe, because I talk about books more than I did before. Okay, trust me, I'm trying to be a better reader. reader nonetheless, but a better, more consistent one, okay? And I talk about books a lot on my Instagram and my TikTok, so if you guys want to follow me on there, I'm also on those platforms. I will see you guys in the next one. Kisses.